right, man. Welcome to another episode of the Journeyman podcast with your main man, Journeyman Reese. And shit, man, today we're going to take a little break from the relationship series because I'm going to be honest with y'all. I like it, but at the same time, like, I don't want to say I'm losing steam on this shit. It's just that I take my time when I really gather my thoughts on subjects like that because I don't want to betray myself ignorantly. Like, I don't care what nobody thinks, but it's just like I like to be put together when I speak. But other than that, man, how y'all doing? Shit, hey, listen, we on YouTube now, shit, okay? We was doing the SoundCloud hustle for a little bit, but shit, we on YouTube now, you know what I mean? And that's a beautiful thing. This will probably be one of the shorter episodes, I'm predicting, just because right now I'm really just freestyling it. I apologize for the quality and things of that nature because the reality is that I am in a different space that I usually record in. I kind of switch, so I have two spots where I record at. The other spot is the better one, but it's cold outside. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, and you know, shit, I just don't feel like going over there. So I'm here at the house with it. The reality is though that, man, I hope to get better equipment to where I can always record at home. Cause man, that's the whole thing about like this podcasting shit that I learned, man. The more that you're comfortable, the better the content will be, I think personally. I get in the other place and I just kind of hurry up and spit it off the dome, and I don't really give myself like time to breathe. Damn, I really should have grabbed the water before this, but fuck it, it's gonna be short anyways. My bad, I probably just hit the filter and shit, man. Fuck. Anyways, man, yeah, so let's just get into it. So today, man, I'm just really freestyling it off the dome and whatnot. Man, I just think about random shit. Like, I have a question for y'all. Do y'all have like weird connections with your friends that kind of like overstep boundaries, but then again they don't? Like, it's very back and forth. Like, I've been in a situation where I had a homegirl come over. Mind you, we've been friends for so long. But the reality is it's always been that gray area, at least to me. And honestly, right, what's major to me could be minuscule to her, but I just be noticing certain shit. So I just be like, what the fuck? So like, bro, she came over, like, it was like a grip ago though, like it was back in the gap. She came over, and you know, we was sitting there chilling, blase, right? And we watching TV, you know what I'm saying? Because she got class in a little bit, so she really just came to kick it. You know what I mean? So, you know, I was like, yeah, come through, you know, blase. Because, I mean, back in the Gap, like, that was, like, one of the road dogs. Like, we was really just chilling and rolling everywhere freshman year. You feel me? You know, so, of course, I let her come through. You know. And first we started play fighting, you know what I'm saying? What homies do. But look, some of y'all gonna be in the comment, well, play fighting, man, shit. What was you trying to play with? And I was like, all right, nigga, all right. You know what I'm saying? Cool out. But, nah, man. Why am I gassing my comment section? Y'all might not talk to me. Y'all might. Who knows? I'm always hopeful for interaction. But, yeah, bro. So, let me finish telling the story. I always, like, pause in the middle of that shit. So, man, she come over. We start play fighting. Then we stop. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you know what I'm saying? That motherfucker's an athlete. And shit, I consider myself an athlete. You know what I'm saying? I was working out at the time, you know what I mean? But shit, I couldn't be or I could be, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, we sit down to watch TV, you know what I'm saying, while she waiting to go, like, for her class to start. So, at the time, I had a couch, bro. So I had a couch, and then I had a love seat, but this motherfucker was big. Like, it was big. Like, it could fit 2 people in it. So, right, it's cold in the living room or whatever. If I remember correctly, this motherfucker was on the couch. Or she just hopped her ass in the love seat. And so, you know, man, like, I don't like to make shit awkward. So, you know, I just went with it, whatever. And this motherfucker was just laying on me. And then at that point, we was just cuddling. So, right, I went and grabbed the blanket from the room. Whoop-de-whoop. So we cuddling. And everything like that. And so as we play fighting, man, like, she started, you know, punching me while a nigga sitting down. Like, we sitting down. And the way she was just aiming, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, you know, hey, okay? I'm gonna tell you like this. Look at my eyes, okay? I'm not the one, all right? Shit. You know what I mean? Back at that time, I'd do it. So, anyways, man, I was just like, you know, just making it cool, playing it cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then, you know, she left. And I sat there just looking confused as a motherfucker, because I was just like, well, I felt like if I would have pushed the envelope, something would have had transpired. But at the same time, like, this been the homie since in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? And, like, this motherfucker be calling me brother and shit. So, you know what I mean? What does that mean? I don't know. But I've definitely had interactions like that was just very confusing. So I'm asking y'all, have y'all ever just had interactions or friendships that have blurred lines? Luckily, my shit was like in a positive light, right? I know some motherfuckers that, you know, it didn't go so well for them, you know what I mean? And I think I've had experiences like that, but at the same time, I've always operated that it's like, you shouldn't cross that line with just anybody, right? Like, in my head, it just makes sense to keep certain people your friend and let them stay in that friend category. Because it's like, what you give me through friendship is way more valuable than what you could give me in a relationship. And that's not to eliminate, like, limited, like, your capabilities of what you could do. It's just that, man, like, I feel like I'm, on my end, I'm a better friend to you than I could ever be, like a boyfriend, husband, whatever. You know what I mean? So I just keep it cool and stuff like that. And it's something that, in the reality, I picked up from women. Women do that shit all the time, man. You know, don't always look at, like, being in the friend zone as a bad thing. Because the reality is like, if she really your friend, 9 times out of 10, she gonna tell you her problems. And you gotta ask yourself, my nigga, do you really want to deal with that on a daily basis? And I'll be honest with you, a lot of the times the answer is fuck no. You know what I mean? Like, I got my own shit to worry about, so it's like, dealing with that it'd be tough, bro. So I think it's always good to establish boundaries with the homies, for sure. Or the homies of the opposite gender. Or same gender if you roll that way, you know what I'm saying? I don't discriminate, you know, y'all do what you do. But anyways, man, yes, I thought about that. I thought that was some wild shit. Anyways, man, what music y'all listening to? Pooh Shiesty dropped. Shiesty Season. Let me know what's your favorite song off that motherfucker. I like Box of Churches. That's my favorite song. But hey, I'm gonna tell you the truth. A lot of people was dissing Church's Chicken, and then this nigga dropped that song. All of a sudden, everybody like, I stay eating churches. I remember when I had to eat churches and all that stuff. Man, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. And the reason why I say that is because y'all be faking, bro. I swear. Like, we just gonna, so like all of a sudden, like we just gonna play Church's Chicken like Church's Chicken wasn't good before the song. That's how y'all be playing, bro. That's how y'all be playing like certain things, man. Like an artist will talk about certain things that like they enjoy. Now it's cool, it's mainstream. And you can say, well, Ashton, this been happening since the beginning of time. But look, check this out. A lot of you niggas was going crazy for that Popeye's chicken sandwich. Stay your ass with Popeyes. And this ain't even no hate. I love Popeyes. I think Popeyes is number one. But if I can go get that Church's Chicken, that's what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? It's great quality and it's a little bit cheaper. Now, cheaper isn't always better. Let me say that again. Cheaper isn't always better. But shit, for Church's Chicken it is. So look, let that marinate on you one time. Let that marinate. But yeah, man, like a lot of people was, fronting on churches, man. I just had to speak on that. That was in my chest. I like that song. I like C Red. I like No Chorus. I like Drop Some Shit. I really like that. I think it's him and another artist on there, but bro didn't have bro as a feature. So I don't know how that really works in the music business. I've always wondered that. Sometimes they'll have a song on a mixtape and it's obvious that they have a feature on there, but they won't give that person credit. And it's like, did that person just do it for free? I don't know. Y'all let me know. I'm ignorant on that side of the music business just a bit, at least when it comes to features. But yeah, man, I'm loving Shiesty Season. That hoe goes hard. I'm loving The Voice by Lil Durk, the deluxe version, more specifically. I had the original version too, but the deluxe, man, is just hitting a little bit different. Durk has been on a monster run this past couple of months, man. I would say all of 2020, and then so a year and a couple of months, maybe even before that, man. It's really hard to measure his success because after he got out of that situation with the label, bro just been going crazy. Real crazy. So it's good to see that, he's prospering and stuff like that, because bro has been through a lot. And it's crazy because out of that whole Chicago wave, with Chief Keef, Lil Reese, Lil Durk, G Herbo, Lil Bibby, besides Chief, because Chief was the one who really created a gateway for a lot of music, and nobody gives him his props. The drill scene, because Chicago ain't the only one doing drill. New York has their own style of it. There's some in London. And then, you have to look at, I would say a little bit of that Atlanta sound. Some artists are definitely drill, bro. I would say, man, a little bit of Memphis too. You know what I mean? I just think that supreme violence was made cool in Chicago first. Music has always been violent, especially hip hop, but supreme violence. In vivid detail. detail of how they killing people. Like, I want to say Chief, bro, really birthed all of that whole wave. And it's so crazy because bro did that at 17. Chief Keef is a legend in the game, man. Don't let these old heads like tell you different. Because man, hip hop is just so much more than just lyrics and things of that nature, man. It's so many aspects to hip hop. And it's just like we often try to put hip hop in one lane when it's really just a gigantic art form that it needs every element of it. You know what I mean? Like, everybody is needed, whether you like them or not. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, bro, just when you think about that, man, really marinate on it. But anyway, like, it's just crazy to think that Dirk has reached a level of stardom of this magnitude. And it's like, artists like that, you know what I'm saying, that I would say that are superstars, I think everybody has one song by them that they knew, like, oh yeah, like, this the one, like, he the one. Like, for example, like Drake, I had a whole bunch of Drake songs. A whole bunch. But I mean, like, the one that I really just vibe with and that I listen to this day, I mean, I listen to a lot of them to this day, but November 18th, man, I remembered when that came on. I was in the 6th grade. It came on the radio, K104. That's a Dallas radio station. Listen, I'm originally from Kansas City, Missouri, but I've been living in Texas for a grip, fam. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. But yeah, bro, I remember when that came on, and like, that was like when Wayne and him and just Cash Money, that was the beginning of the run, I want to say. And boys was just going crazy. Like, yo, middle school and all the way up to, man, my junior year of college, that was a span of some really great music. I don't care what nobody says. But yeah, man, I think my real first Lil Durk song that I was just vibing to, because I've had a couple of his projects before, right? And it's just like you slap them on in the car when you at, you know, you working out and stuff like that. But I think it was off that album, Dirt Times 2. And it was Superpowers. Cause it's so funny because I laugh every time I hear a singing track by Lil Durk because it's like, that nigga really be singing. Like, it's just funny. And I'm not saying like, man, this nigga just like a real singer. It's just like that melody rap that's just so big in the game right now. It's crazy how he took that and he ran with it. But people often forget because he does a lot of melody rap now, like, Dirk really will get on that beat, man, and just get to snapping, bro. Like Lil Durk is a drill artist first and foremost, so it's just like, you just, I don't know, bro. You just gotta know when to pick them, man. Like, it's some singing tracks that are just super hard, and then there's just some like drill tracks that he got are just super hard, and it's just like, the best way to describe it is like all those tracks have a time and a place. You know what I'm saying? So, there you go. Lil Baby's been on the tear. You know what I mean? A lot of the youth call Lil Baby the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not mad at that. Man. I just think that as far as young artists go, who's really out rapping that man? You know what I mean? Who's making hits like that man? I'll say that hits. Because there's a lot of niggas that can just really rap. But I mean, he raps too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not downplaying his rap ability, but it's like his run. It's not like Wayne's, but it's reminiscent of Wayne's to where it was like the best way to describe it, and I'll put it like this before I move on. He gets up on the track and he can't do no wrong. He can't do no wrong. So with that being said, if this man can't do no wrong on the track, that means that if you have him featuring or you on his like song, you really gotta come with that shit. Like, you just can't play with it. So, I mean, the reality is that, you know, he's up right now and he's gonna continue to grow, man. So, yeah. I love music, y'all. As y'all can see, man, I love music. I could talk about music all day. I mean, shit, bro. Like, I love music from late 90s, 80s, early 2000s. And I mean, I've been really trying to branch out too, man. So like, I mess with some jazz on the low. All that like that 80s club music and shit like that with them like crazy ass sounds, bro. Like, the production in the 80s, bro, went crazy. Like, that shit just went dumb, bro. Like, I love production like that. I love it. I love it, man. I love it. But that's enough about music, man. A little life update, man. So, I'm still staying the course in my current program, but lately, man, I've been feeling boxed in, and I've been really thinking that this isn't the career for me. And that's okay, you know what I mean? But I have to be honest with y'all, man. Y'all been listening. To those that been listening, first time listeners, last time listeners, and those that just been rocking with me since the first episode, I have to say thank you. It has been a real honor and privilege to just get up and record some shit and people actually go listen to you speak. And it's not so much I do it for the garnished attention and shit like that. I do it because I just really love being in front of a microphone and just talking. Like, I mean, bro, I'm at like 22 minutes right now. And I mean, I said it was going to be a short episode, but shit, man, I don't know. Like, I'm really just flowing, you know. Because the reality is, I think I got a lesson for y'all, man. I think. And if it's not a lesson, man, I would say it's more of like just some real life advice. And not some advice that necessarily you should just take and ingrain into your everyday life, because who the fuck am I at the end of the day, right? But it's just like, I'm sharing my experience with you. Hopefully, you don't have to go through it. So check me out, man. I'm still in the same program, but I'm thinking about switching. Because, man, the program I'm in right now it's 3 years. And why you might think that, man, that ain't shit. You know, your undergrad was 4. But you gotta realize, man, like, nigga, I did not graduate not too long ago. Like, you know what I mean? I graduated not too long ago, excuse me. And I'll be honest with you, man, I'm fucking tired of school. I honestly am. And it's like, I don't want to give up on having a master's, because a master's does open a lot of doors for you. Because the reality is y'all, my dream is to build this platform up and just be able to create content every day, and just enjoy life. We focus so much on accomplishment and doing and just achievement, right? But we don't really focus on being. And like, when the pandemic hit, man, I really started realizing that I'm not really living life how I would like to. And slowly but surely, I've been taking steps to, you know, really getting there. I'm still moving with a little fear in my step. I mean, God got me, and I really need to get that fear up out my chest, man. But it's hard. It's a work in progress, but I'm going to get there, I promise you. But yeah, man, just stepping out on a limb and really focus on being, living. You know what I mean? Like, not to get too much into my chest, bro, but like, my cousin had a gender reveal for his first child. Nigga, I wanted to be there so bad. So bad. And if not for the family, just for my nigga, like that's one of my favorite cousins, straight up. Because all my family has been supportive. Like they've always told me, like, man, you smart, you gonna be somebody. You know what I mean? I remember, man, we was sitting in this nigga's Cadillac, man, right about the house. He used to call it Stacy. It was all white, had a little blue interior inside. It was clean, boy. I was 15, this nigga was 18. We was just two niggas that was just really, he just graduated and I just moved to a new area, so we was just in a weird, awkward spot in life. But man, when I tell you, we was sitting there just, snaked up, baked up. And he said, man, you can be a nigga with some money one day, but you gotta work for it. Just because I said that shit doesn't mean it's ordained. You gotta work for it. And it's funny that at 22, I still remember him saying that. You know what I mean? And ever since then, like, that, and then a conversation with our grandmother, you know what I'm saying? May she rest in peace. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I was fucking up in school, sophomore year of high school. And she ain't yell at me. She ain't get on me. She just held me accountable. And I knew that was ordained from God, because after that, I really been a straight A student ever since, even in college, bro. You know what I'm saying? A couple B's here and there, you know what I mean? But mostly just been an A+ student, man, and just staying the course and doing what I have to do to be successful. Because I wanted to graduate. I wanted to have those degrees. I wanted to be, I wanted to do my people proud. You know what I'm saying? I'm the first out of my father's children to really graduate college. You know what I mean? And I love all my family. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to downplay him or nothing like that. But when he told me that, it made me feel some type of way. Like, I was like, But that's achievement. That's accomplishment. And recognition. I'm not going to lie, right? Like, we do shit to be recognized and shit like that. Hell, I'm recording because not only do I love this shit, but I hope to be recognized. I hope to connect with people and grow. And somebody grow with me. And, like, we just on this journey together. That's why I'm the Journeyman. Duh, looking ass. Anyways, look. What I'm coming to grasp with is that I've been so achievement focused that the reality is that I haven't lived. I'm 22 years old and I haven't really started living. And COVID put a damper on things, and tomorrow's not promised. I mean, I've always known that, but to really sit there and think that, man, this life is not yours, my nigga. It's not. You on borrowed time, I'm on borrowed time. So if we're both on borrowed time, why are we not doing shit that we love? Why are we not around people that we love? And I still want the master's, so I'm looking for a shorter program, something that I actually realistically enjoy a little bit more. I like psychology, but I'm not in love with it. And I'm not saying I need to be in love with it, but I definitely need to have more interest than what I have in it now, straight up. So I'm looking for a career to where I can help people grow and speak life into people. And you think, well, shit, nigga, psychology is the wave, is this, but it's not the wave for me, straight up. So I've been taking steps to see what I got to do and things of that nature. And I think I'm just ready to move on to the next phase in life. And it's not so much as being in a rush, but just getting out there and just living. You know what I mean? I'm ready. And I mean, shit, once I start living, y'all, that's better content for y'all. I can come back with stories and all that shit. So if you've been struggling and been really questioning, you know, what you want to do with your life, your dream, no matter how silly it sounds, start there. You know what I mean? Really explore it. You know what I'm saying? And see if there's education for it, training for it. You know what I mean? Education is one of the quickest ways to monetize something, man. Knowledge is power. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying, you know, just dedicate your life to a degree, but a certification, training, something. YouTube is the best teacher, I'm telling you. You will meet motherfuckers that can really teach you how to do whatever you want to do. Man, I've been looking at some YouTube videos my damn self. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not above that, man. You better use your damn resources for real. But man, if you've been really thinking about that, step out on that limb. You know what I'm saying? Step out on that faith, man. God got you. You know what I'm saying? If you don't believe in God, which that's on you, you know what I'm saying? I don't judge on this, you know, platform. But listen, even if you don't believe, you know, believe in something. And whatever you believe in, man, step out on that faith. If you really believe in what you believe in, then your creator, whoever you think that is, got you. Because I know God got me. I'm blessed. Straight up, I'm blessed. So, I guess that's the message. Step out on that limb. Don't be scared. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't step out there stupid now. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like, well, shit, Journeyman told me to step out on the limb, so that's what I'm doing. Do your research. Work smarter, not harder. You know what I'm saying? And just really get your mind right and prepare for what you about to embark on. Because I believe everybody's destined for something major. It's just that misery is born because we just not really in that role. We haven't discovered that meaning, that purpose. You know what I'm saying? What drives us, what, you know, gets us up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? We're blessed to be up, period. But you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit more oomph. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, don't be scared. Man, I was looking at Gary Vee, and he was talking about the work-life balance and how that shit is completely irrelevant. And now that shit will look different for everybody. And he was like, we should stop demonizing people that love to work, especially if they enjoy their work. Man, that's a true blessing if you really love what you do every single day. And if people been making you feel bad that you've been working too hard, man, it's not work if you love that shit. Straight up. You know what I mean? Because you know as a human being when you need to stop the brakes and go spend time with family. That's what he said. That's straight from Gary Vee. I'm not even going to take credit for that. That's straight Gary Vee. I watch a lot of him too, man. Like, that little motherfucker gets me pumped up to do a lot of shit. I'm not even going to hold y'all. But, yeah. Anyways, man, moving on from that. Valentine's Day, and I'll just end out on this note. Man, I have a lot of things to say about Valentine's Day. Probably unpopular opinions, but whatever. It's a beautiful holiday, but I think we don't celebrate it right. Ladies, if your man only expresses his appreciation, his gratitude, his love for you on February the 14th, you need to reevaluate some shit. Fellas, vice versa. If she only do some shit for you on February the 14th, reevaluate the situation. Straight up, because you deserve more than that. However, a relationship isn't material, right? It's not about how much shit you can get from the other person, things of that nature. It's just about genuinely respecting and appreciating, another person. Let me say that again. It's genuinely respecting and appreciating another person. That can be romantically or platonically, straight up. Or it can be a family tie. Either way, man. Y'all niggas start getting some shit from y'all moms, man. Straight up, man. Like I said, borrowed time, you just never know, man. Start appreciating your moms. And, man, get something for your pops, too. You know? If you got a good male role model in your life, father, stepfather, man, get that nigga a card. Let that nigga know, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you. You know? That's for male and female, man. Appreciate your parents, dog. If you got a good pair, straight up. Uncle, auntie, whoever takes care of you. Appreciate that person, man. But yeah, I just say this. Don't let this be the only day that you get creative with how you express your love for somebody. Don't let this be the only day. Man, I think people don't really give themselves enough credit. We as humans, we have a huge capacity for love. I mean, it's so huge and it's so great that it can be second nature to some of us. But I think because of all the traumatic experiences that we've had, we don't step out on that limb. Hey, you gotta let some of that shit go, okay? You're not gonna get that apology. He or she is not gonna text you back. You know what I mean? None of that. You know, you gotta let some of that shit go. Yeah, they did you wrong, but shit, like, you still breathing. And I guarantee you're more prosperous than what you were previously. So all I'm gonna say is, man, before I close out on this motherfucker, don't let this be the only day you get creative with how you express your love for others. And hey, Valentine's Day ain't just for, significant others. It's for the homies too, man. Shit. Buy the homie a new pair of shoes. Fuck it. If they been rocking with you like that, don't be scared to do that, man. I think a lot of us are scared or nervous of what the world's gonna think. Like, man, I don't want to be weird. But man, fuck that. For real, fuck it. You only live once. Alright? Shit. And that shit applies to them too. So, if you really rock with them, man, don't wait until the last minute. For real. But hey, man, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me with this short one today. Man, hopefully y'all enjoyed this as much as I did. And shit, I'm out. Peace.